Hi, it's Naomi from Fluffy Boots Crochet Creations, and today is going to be another yarn unveiling, unboxing, a U-Haul. I don't know, what would you like to call it? This one, though, is from Herrschners. Now, if you have never been to Herrschners, I strongly suggest you go check them out because they have some really awesome deals. I first heard about Herrschners from Crystal a Bag a Day. Um, Gosh, it must have been one of the first places I heard her mention outside of Mary Maxim. One second, please. Sorry. So, when I first heard her talk about it, I don't even remember if that was the first time I'd heard about Millons. I don't think it was. I think she had bought something else, and then like a couple months later, she talked about Millons, and I was like, Millons? What in the world is a Millin? And so I was listening to her, and I was like, oh, I like that idea. So at that time, I bought, I think it was like two or three Millins, and I kept wanting to get the sparkle. I never got the sparkle. I was like, ah. And then I was going to buy it a couple more times, and then other things came up, and so I'd buy something different. So I just recently went ahead, I think in the last month or two, went ahead and bought Millins again. So if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, let me tell you. So they get these meal ins, sorry, that are by from other companies that may not have all the colors on them. They may have been just, at the end of the, well, at the end of the, oh my God, my brain just keeps going. At the end of whatever color they're dyeing, or like I said, it may be missing a color in the middle on the outside, so they don't sell them as regular cakes. And I have some really gorgeous Millins. I have one that I started making earlier in the year that I was doing for the Crystals Animals auction, but I ran into an issue with it. I couldn't see fixing it without tearing out a huge amount, and I was just like, okay, I don't have time to do that right now. I need to do that at a time when I don't have a time crunch. So I put it aside, went with something else. But it's made out of, or it's being made out of two mail-ins. So these mail-ins that I got are 100% cotton, or as I got 90% cotton and 96% cotton, 4% metallic. Or they also have 55% cotton, 45% acrylic, or 53 cotton, 43 acrylic, 4% metallic. Now, just feeling it, actually, you know what? Now that I feel them, these might have some acrylic in it. I don't think they are the 96 and 4, but I could be wrong. You don't actually know because it doesn't come with the label. So it comes in a bag of set of two, and so it gives you all the approximates. So there's approximately 225-gram cakes, or 450 grams total. They are 87 yards to 800 yard cakes. Machine wash, lay flat. It's a fine sport too. They recommend a crochet needle of a 2 or a knit needle of a 2 as well. Excuse me, I'm going to cough one sec. Ah, sorry about that. I just, as I was talking, I could feel it. Bill knows that. Oh. So, what I like about the mail-ins is, well, it's the mystery part for me. You know how I am. I love mysteries. Ever since I found out from Crystal, I mean, in case you didn't know, I've watched Crystal since almost the beginning of my crochet journey. I think when I joined her, she was at like, I want to say just over. 150,000 people. I know it's a high number because I've only been crocheting for 2 years, so it was it was either that or it was over 2,000. It was somewhere in or 200,000. Sorry, excuse me. I need to take a drink real quick. Sorry, I took a drink, so hopefully that won't happen again. But Herrschners has become one of my go-to for online purchasing for yarn. Now, it's not to say that I don't go to the stores and purchase. I do, but a lot of times I feel like I get better deals online shopping. Sometimes they have different colors, or they may only carry it online, like the sparkle yarn or sparkle puzzle yarn from Premier. Excuse me. Now, Herrschner's does carry some Premier as well, um, but you get, I feel like, a better selection online than you do in stores. Not to say that you can't find a good selection in store, because you can most of the times. Now, uh-oh, 1 second. I thought the Devo was going to come in front of the camera again. But no, she's decided to go the other way. Let's hope. So, as I was saying, I've lost my track because she threw me off there. What was I saying? I've heard some things about Joann lately, like maybe they're condensing down their yarn area. They're, you know, not as big as they were. The last time I went to Joann's, which was well back in December, I believe, might have been January, but their yarn aisle wasn't so much condensed, it was just really narrow, and it just kind of made me claustrophobic feeling, so I didn't shop it that much. I went on the outside, which worked out because that was where I was wanting anyways. um so yeah, 9 times out of 10 I do order online, not to mention the fact that a lot of the places I shop are not in areas that are near me. So like Herrschner's is not near me, Premier is not near me, Lion Brand. Um, I do shop Little Knits, which is in my area, but it's in Seattle, and I will not shop at a store in Seattle because it's just too dangerous anymore. I just won't do it. I would rather order online. There's other people who will go because they don't have a problem with it. I personally, I just can't do it. So when it comes to buying online, I have no problem with it. I usually, well, I've actually bought a lot more yarn recently. I blame it on my YouTube. Since I've started the channel, I've increased what I was spending on yarn because I want to have more content to share with you. And of course, that gives me an excuse to buy. So, we have that. The Millons, though, is, I love a mystery. I love a good mystery. I don't know about you, but growing up, one of my favorite books to read was a good mystery book. Um, Now, when I was younger, it was ones like Nancy Drew, our Encyclopedia Brown, and then as I got a little older, I was introduced to Agatha Christie, and then Mary Higgins Clark came on, and then I found my favorite authors, which was, well, Agatha Christie, Michael Crichton, Robin Cook. I love those. I will read them. I have them on audio. I had such a huge collection of those three authors. I mean, a huge collection. And then I had to move, and I couldn't take them all with me. So I had to pick out my absolute favorites and let the others go. And that was really hard. But, when you get divorced and everything gets divided up, and then you could have to condense down from a 4 bedroom down to a 1 bedroom. with your daughter and her boyfriend and their dog and their cats, and yeah, I, sorry, I have glue or something on my blanket I'm picking up. Um, so yeah, I had to condense down, and I've just only recently started getting my um, books back, but now I'm doing the audiobooks more because I can listen to an audio while I'm crocheting, which is why I brought it up. I know, I do roundabouts. I'm really sorry. This is my last video of the day, and my brain's kind of dying on me. So, what do you say? Shall we look at some yarn? I think we should. So, sorry, I got the bag stuck up there. So, like I said, I bought only two this last time of the Millons. Now, I don't know if you guys are wanting to know the cost of things. I don't normally talk about the cost of the yarn. Not that I don't want you to know. I'll more likely give you just a link to it. Um, One reason is I don't always know if people have the same yarn. I do buy a lot of one of a kinds, and I do buy others as well. But so I don't normally mention the price that I spend that, and I don't really want people to be like, why do you spend that much of yarn? Yeah, sometimes I will. I mean, I have spent a lot on yarn, as you probably can figure out by the amount of yarn all around me. So I will go ahead and tell you the Millons because I do believe they still have it in. So if you give me 1 second, I will pull it up. It's very easy for me to find because I have I like to have things organized, and so for my folder of shopping, I put all of my crochet. I have the crochet or yarn stores I've bought from, then the smaller yarn stores I haven't, then the big box ones are bigger stores that I haven't bought at too. Yeah, I I just kind of like to be organized. It's just how it is. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So for the mill ends, I got them when they were $14.99. I got two of them, and it's a self-striping cotton cake. Like I said, it could have be all cotton. It could be the mix of cotton. It's anyone's guess, and they do average 875 yards or 800 meters. So enough to make something. Like if you have two of the same ones, obviously you can combine them and make something bigger. If you don't, then you can make, scarf, um, hats, probably shirts if you were doing a smaller size shirt. Not me, because I'm not small at this moment anyways. So I'm going to show you each one individually, and then we can go from there. So this one is, I'm hoping, let me see if the light will help. Not really. Okay. So it's got a navy blue, then a lighter green, then a yellow, and then it goes into the purple. Now all the Millons this time I got were all sparkle. So I was just like, wow, are you kidding me? I never get that. I say never like I buy them all the time. I only have bought it 4 times, I believe. Now, I think. I don't know. I buy a lot of. Did I mention I have an addiction to yarn? I do. I don't normally admit my addiction, but I do. I have an addiction to yarn, and one of the yarns that I have addiction to is the Millons in the or any of the cake yarns. I love cake yarns. I do. But this is this one, and they don't have a name either, so there's no label. There's approximation of what it could contain, but you don't know 100%. These I do know are 100% are not 100%. They are a cotton blend is what I meant to say. So that's this one. Very pretty. I may, in the future, buy a couple of Millons for um, giveaways. I don't know yet. We'll see. See how people react to these. I know that when Crystal first showed these, I was just like, oh my gosh, let me get over to that website. It is not loading quick enough. Come on, come on, come on. I was very much, ooh, I gotta go get it. So the other one I bought, and this is one, if you have seen my, I think I showed it in one of my vlogs and when I did the stash. I had this one over in my work area because I was debating on it. I'd had it there for about 2 weeks. I've recently cleaned up, although you can't tell at this moment, it's kind of messy again. By just like 2 days ago, went through, took out all the yarn that I had been wondering about making something with and moved them. So it's cleaned up in that. It's a little messy at the moment, only because I've been doing videos all day. So this one just, it makes me think of a sweetheart, so like a sweetheart shawl or shawlette, something along the lines, because it is this dark and it's not quite the color that you see there. It's more of a burgundy red, so it's got a blue tone to it, although it does show blue there, but it's got a little bit more pinky red to it. So it goes from this dark color to the red to the lighter color of pink down all the way to white. And it's really pretty. Like I said, it reminds me so much of a sweetheart. And as you can see, it's got a really beautiful gradient. It's why I pulled it, because this last month we were doing for Judy's Creations and Crochet. Her monthly for the month of March was a green parrot or a red parrot, and I was like, oh, I wonder, should I? And so I pulled it to think about, and then I ended up not doing it because I had my twister come in and I went with that. But I left it over there because I just kept going, that's really pretty. I wonder. So here's this one. Now the next one is another blue, and this one also is really pretty. This one reminds me of like a supernova. So it's got your navy, well, your dark navy to a royal navy, down to a lighter blue, to a paler blue, then a little bit of purple, down into a pink. Really pretty. I like this one. Again, I don't know what I'm doing with them. They're just really pretty. I love the fact that these have the sparkle in it. But now that I have the sparkle, now I'm like, I wonder. Oops, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, this is Izzy. Izzy, come here. Say hello, since you've decided to grace us with your present. Say hello. This is the other cat. She normally doesn't come in the videos, but apparently she decided she needs mom. Pretty girl. Yeah, well, now can you... Okay, I need... Sorry about that. I thought we were going to for sure make an entire video with no visitors, but nope. So like I said, this one makes me... Nope, 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 nope. No. You don't get to come back over just because you got it one time. Just stay over there. Hi. Yes, I love you too. I'm almost done with videos. No, Izzy. No, no. Just stay there. Alright, so we have this one. And I will be right back. I gotta check on dinner. Sorry, I'm trying to get dinner done at the same time, so if that tells you anything, it's been a long day. So the last one I got from Herrschners is probably my favorite Millon to date. I bet you can't guess why. Well, just in case you can't guess, it's because it's got the grays, and I'm a gray person. I'm not so much a pink person, but I do have some pink in my daily life. But I love the fact that it goes from a dark gray to a medium gray down to a light gray to the very pale kind of white pink to a darker pink. There you can see just a little bit better. I Sorry, that was my cat complaining at me. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I am most definitely going to do something with it for me, unless my daughter sees it, whatever I'm making, and claims it, which she has done before. But that's okay. But I really do like this, so I do hope I can make something with it. I just am not sure at this moment what it will be. So that's the Millons. Now, that was not the end of my sparkle. Oh, no, 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 no. So they had the Lion Brand date nights in a bag of 3. And I wanted to see, but it's kind of being difficult right now. Give me a second. Okay, they only have that. I thought so. So the 3 bag is a good deal for the date night. It has per spool 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 273 yards, 250 meters. It's 82% acrylic, 18% polyester. It is a medium 4. They recommend a 7 for your knitting hooks, needles, excuse me, and then a I-9, which is a 5.5, sorry. The print was starting to get small, and it is machine washable, tumble dry. Now, the only color they have is Burl, which is a, let me double check. I just want to make sure I'm saying that correctly. I thought it was correct, but I just wanted to double check. Burl is a bead, or excuse me, I'm not going to call it a bead. It is a natural stone that is used for beadwork. The only problem with the actual Burl is that most of it is anywhere from a clear to a light green to a darker green. But they made it in this color. That's not close to the real color Burl. And I wanted to double check that because I'm like, I have Burl, but I don't remember being in this color. So I went on to Fire Mountain Gems, which is where I buy all of my beads, gemstones, semi-precious, precious. I buy them all there. Same with my wild. I pretty much buy anything jewelry related on their website, and I knew I had some. I have the green. I when I saw it, it's like, oh yeah, I bought that in green. I remember buying that. So I'm not really sure why they went with the gold because it's not really it's not really the color that I would have expected. Now, if they had said they had called this, a gold of some color, then I'd be like, yeah, okay, I can see that. Or if you had even called it, if you wanted to go with the bead color, there's other colors. There's a crystal beryl. I'm probably saying the word wrong, but it is also natural and it does have more yellow in it. But again, not actually the color that when you tell me something's beryl, I think of. It's still pretty. It is not my color at all, not even close by any means. But I bought it because I have been wanting to try the date night and the date night. Put it so you can see it. So I went ahead and bought it to see what it's like. Now, if I did not say it before, I am not doing any stitch tests right now for any of the yarns coming in. I will do one later, probably the 1st of May. I will take all the brand new yarns, give them a test with the different hooks. The only reason is I have so much on my plate right now. I'm trying to get my videos done so that I can get back to working on what I need to get done now. So I don't have the time, unfortunately, to do the stitch test to see to see the definition, to see which hooks I recommend using with it. I will, however, do a video. It will be a full video of just nothing but testing of different yarns and different stitches of every one that I've recently done. They're all in a place that I can easily get to them, so it won't be a big deal at all. This does come in a set of 3, so if you are looking for the color, ignore the name because the name is not right. But it is a pretty color if you do like gold. So we have that. So I'm saying so a lot there. I'm so sorry. One moment, let me bring up the other colors and I will be right back. All right, so what I also bought from Herrschners is, now it's kind of funny because I bought a whole bunch of Red Heart and Karen, I think both I bought from Herrschners, and then the Premier came out with the ombre, so I was just like, oh, I don't have that blanket anymore. I should buy another thing of Red Heart ombre to do a comparison for. And then I got it and I was like, well, that's not really fair to compare it to a yarn that's, you know, very tied and true. People know it. How about I just buy it to make something with it? So that's what I decided to do. So to start with, I bought the Super Saver Ombre in Seaside. I really like this. It's going to be, I believe, a dinosaur. But don't quote me. So let's talk about this real quick. So the ombre, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to turn it away from you. It's a 4-weight, 10 ounces, 283 grams, 482 yards, and 440 meters. It is 100% acrylic. It's very nice yarn. I've used it before. I made an entire blanket out of it, of the ombre. Not this color, but the green apple. This one is a new color. But I believe, like I said, I believe it's going to go into a dinosaur. But I may put it into something else. I have to look because I have the green in the Premier ombre for another dinosaur. I need to look at the two together, see if I want to do 2 of the same one. I may not. It's just entirely, who knows. All right, be right back. All right, we're going to try to finish this with a certain visitor. She took over my little box that I had right here. So if she stays put, we might be able to get this finished, and you'll just see a tail flick every once in a while. Okay, so no tail flicks. I wanted to get this one because I've actually not tried it. Of all things, I can't believe I haven't tried this. The Herrschner's Worsted Gradients. I bought this because I have a pattern for a sun that I want to make. I keep saying I'm going to make, and then I've not made it yet. But, no, sorry. All right, I think I've sidetracked her for a few minutes, so let's try to get through this. Oh, I tell you, it's like having kids. No. No, you don't need plastic. Okay, this is their worsted gradient. Like I said, I have a sun pattern that I want to use this on, and all the yellow that I had I didn't like, which is funny because I'm actually not a yellow person, but because one of my adopted granddaughters loves yellow, I have a lot of yellow. Go figure. So I'm gonna have to turn on the light, so I hope it doesn't change too much. All right, there we go. This is 100% acrylic. It is a net weight of 8 ounces, 226 grams, 489 yards, 448 meters. Needle size is recommended for a 7, and crochet is I to 9. It's machine wash and dry only. It is a 4-weight. I don't know if I said that. I'm having a lot of visitors at the moment. It's really pretty. I think it's going to make a gorgeous sun. I think I have a sun and the moon. I think. Don't quote me on that. I have a habit of saying, oh, I'm going to buy this, and then something else will catch my attention. So I'm not 100% sure if I bought the moon as well. If I do, I want to do the sun and the moon because I want to try to do. I'm thinking in terms of what you guys see. Um, when I look forward, I'm looking out my window. When you guys are looking, you are looking behind me. And I thought, well, maybe a change would be good. And so I thought it'd be kind of cool to hang a sun and a moon up there. And I don't know. Dee's from Dee's crochet or creative hands. Excuse me. I don't know where I'm going with my words today. My other cat was trying to pull down the yarn. Um, I'm sorry. I just had a flash message and now I need to remember what I was saying. Oh, Dee's creative hands. I love her workroom with all the bright colors and that kind of the feel that I always have of the creative chaos with her, her beautiful yarns and her little things that people make for her. And it just, every time I look at her room, it's just like, oh, I love that. So I keep thinking maybe I want to do that, but I wanted my workroom to be in um, classic monsters and aliens, which I know you're like, that's a weird combination. But if you knew my brain, you would say, oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that now. Because I love classic monsters. Freddy's my man. Frankie, sorry, didn't mean to call you Freddie. I was thinking of Freddie Mercury for some reason. That is not Freddie Mercury, that is Frankenstein. um, but yeah, I have patterns of monsters I wanted to make, and I have Frankensteins I want to make. So I kind of want to stay with it in that, but at the same time, I do want to give a little more color in here. I don't know if you've noticed, but over here, I've cleaned it back up. The big yarn cakes were actually starting to get to me, so I decided I wanted them to be boxed up and put up because I'm not using them at the moment. And it's funny that I did because as I was pulling, I was like, oh yeah, I remember when I bought this one. I thought it was all one color. It's two separate colors. A couple of them are still up there, but that's only because they didn't fit in the bag. But I'm going to put a lot of, when I get a chance to redo some more, I want to have on this side over here that you do see, I want to have a little bit more brighter yarns, and that's why I was thinking of Dee's room and I thought of the sun and the stars. So that's how my brain works. Now, the other thing that I did buy from Herrschners, I'm going to pause this for 1 second because I want to go double check something before I talk about it. We're going to see if we can do this with the other cat in front of me because she's having a little bit of a temper tantrum. She's done. She wants me to be done because she wants her sleeping area. So if she doesn't move, we should be able to finish here. So they had some of this yarn. It's funny. When I first saw this yarn introduced, I was like, oh, it's pretty. I like it. I think Crystal bought some and she was doing something with it. And I'd seen it at the store and I liked it, but I didn't buy it at that time. I don't remember why. And then Joanns was clearancing it, and I went ahead and bought some. And then it's like, excuse me, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this yarn. I used the bulkier one in a blanket that I made. Excuse me. And then I had it, hold on. I had bought some in navy, gray, and another color, but they had three colors at the time that I bought this, so I bought the three colors. And I'm just looking at it now, and two of the colors I bought they don't have anymore, but they have raisin, which I love. So this is caper. It's kind of an olive green. um let's see here. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 246 yards, 225 meters, excuse me. It's a medium weight. They suggest a 7, which is a 4.5 knitting needle, or an I to 9, which is a 5.5 millimeter. I don't know why they do it that way. 100% acrylic, machine washable, machine dryable. This is Color Theory from Two Wands. So like I said, I already had some, I think it's, yeah, it's a little messy, and I had started using it, but I liked it, this one. Um, so when I saw that they had some more, I went and bought it. I have a little stash. So I got it in caper, I got it in satellite, and then I got it in Himalayan salt. Kind of an odd mix, I know, but when Crystal was using it, if I remember correctly, I know she used this for in a bulky, but I swear she did something. Or no, no, I take that completely back. Scratch that. I had seen the pattern in this on Lion Brand. So now whenever I see the colors and they're on sale, I try to grab them. I need to go on to Lion Brand itself, see if they still have some colors and what other colors they have. Because I'd really like to get some more navy. I'd like to get, like I said, I think I have a gray, and I think I have a purple. I think. They didn't have a lot of it, and I thought it would be really pretty to use up in something. But these, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm losing my voice. I've been talking all day on videos. Um, these colors, I don't know for sure what I'm going to do with them, but I like them. And I may just use them for, different things here and there. So, we made it. Yay! We made it to the end without any more tells. So I want to thank you so very much if you stuck through with me till the end. I'm sorry my voice is going. The cats being in and out did definitely make a distraction. So again, I'm sorry. But if after all that you still liked what you saw and you still thought I did a good job, or you just found me funny, weird, any of the above, please consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already and hitting that notification bell, as well as whether you are a returning subscriber, old friend of mine, brand new friend, consider giving me a thumbs up and a comment, because it really does help me out very much. But until next time, my friends, I'm going to say bye for now.